And this morning, we'd like to welcome to the stage from Hospice of the Valley, their Community Engagement Director, Ms. Lynn Sue Cooney. Lynn Sue? Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, everybody.
Isn't that cool? Hey, Lynn Sue Cooney. Well, of course, we all recognize Lynn Sue from a very long and very successful career at Channel 12.
Very long.
Well, it's seemingly short, because you must have started when you were 12. You look
you're
like
so nice.
You could still be doing this job, but for sure. But tell us, Lynn Sue, how do you go from being someone that we see every day in our living rooms to now working with Hospice of the Valley? That's an interesting transition.
Well, actually, we had an experience, as probably some of you, just a show of hands. Anybody have family that was served by Hospice of the Valley? I'm curious. Okay, see, at least a third, maybe a half in here. They took care of my father-in-law in 2003, and I had no idea what hospice was until we had that experience, and it was so amazing. I never forgot it. So when I was looking to transition, because guys, 31 years at Channel 12, 35 years in the business, and my boys are freshmen in high school this year. So if I were to sign another 4-year contract, I would be finishing working nights as they're taking off to college. And prayed about it a long time and just could not go there.
Sure.
Thought, you know, I've done it a long time, and those gals at Channel 12 were thinking, is she ever gonna leave? Do we ever get a chance to sit in that anchor chair? So the timing was right.
Sure.
And could not have found an agency with a pure mission, which is comfort and dignity at the end of life for everyone, whether you can pay or not.
Yeah.
Not many companies can do that. Sure. So it's an amazing agency.
Well, what a great cause for you to donate your time and your energy to. I raised my hand. I lost both of my parents, and hospice care was a part of that process. And so I think, you know, you're preaching to the choir. A lot of us understand what a critical and what a valuable service that is. Why do you need our support? What is it that the community that has received so much from hospice can do to support the organization?
Well, because we're a nonprofit, and we're one of the few nonprofit hospices, and we're obviously the largest in Arizona, we feel it is part of our mission never to turn someone away. So usually Medicare pays for hospice. But if you're too young, you're in your 40s and you get stage 4 breast cancer, or you don't have insurance that covers hospice, and you don't have money in the bank to pay for it, we take you anyway, and we have for 40 years. We're 40 years old this year, and we've never turned anyone away. So we rely on the community to support us for charity care. Last year, it was $9.3 million in charity care that we gave to the community.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know, and I have to say, it comes in all different ways that you can contribute. And one of them is so easy. Right on the corner of Guadalupe and Alma School is the White Dove Thrift Store. We have 4 White Dove thrift stores throughout the valley. So whenever you shop there or donate there, the money goes right back into patient care in the community.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Now, I've heard that Hospice of the Valley is also involved in not only end-of-life care, but also programs related to dementia.
We have so many programs. So when you're called Hospice of the Valley, you get kind of pigeonholed that must be all you do is hospice, which is end-of-life care. But Hospice of the Valley has been real innovative in realizing there are different needs in the community. And dementia is coming at us like a freight train. By 2050, the numbers are staggering, how many people will be diagnosed with dementia, and we're not ready. So we have come up with a program, and it's really the only one of its kind in Arizona and one of the few in the nation. So we send a dementia educator into the home of someone who is caring for somebody with dementia. And it's really for the caregiver, because that's a 24/7 job. So let's just say Mabel's 80, taking care of John, who's 85 with dementia. John wants to go for a walk at 2 in the morning, which is not uncommon with dementia. And she says, honey, we need to go back to bed. She stands in front of the door. He's not speaking anymore, not communicating. He reaches for the doorknob because he really wants to go for a walk. Opens the door, knocks her over. She falls and breaks her hip. Mabel's not real, so don't be sad. But something like this happens. Mabel gets sent to the hospital, the emergency room. She's in a skilled nursing facility. Now John has to go to a memory care unit, doesn't know where he is, can't talk, doesn't know where Mabel is. Neither one of them is going to do very well. Their whole lives spiraled out of control in a minute. Whereas the dementia program that we have sends educators in, they teach her to say, oh, great idea. Let's go for a walk. You have a cookie and hot chocolate. I'll go get my sweater. What do you think's going to happen to John? He's going to forget because he has dementia. And if he doesn't while she's in the bedroom getting her sweater, she calls a 24-hour nurse line, and they give her more strategies. She's never alone. There's someone 24/7. And the next day, our geriatrician calls and says, is he always going for a walk at 2 in the morning? Maybe his medicine is messed up. So if she gets sleep, and if he gets sleep, then she gets sleep, and their whole lives are transformed. And then the best part of this program is we provide a trained volunteer to go in and stay with the patient so Mabel can get a break. So every week she gets a little bit of a break. So it's an amazing program. Yeah.
And I know that wasn't a real life scenario, but
No.
that is not far from a hypothetical scenario. That is happening over and over again in all of our homes, all of our neighborhoods. So Hospice of the Valley, ladies and gentlemen, obviously a real part of our lives and a very critical part of our lives. Thank you, Lynn Sue, for being in our living rooms for the last 30 years, and particularly for how you've dedicated yourself to serving the community with Hospice of the Valley.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Oh, thank
Appreciate
you
it.
for being here. You bet. Ladies and gentlemen, Lynn Sue Cooney. Thanks again. Appreciate it.